Hello everyone, welcome to the new video lecture of subject Electrical Circuit Analysis. Myself Himanshu Joshi. I am an assistant professor in Sri Labhubhai Trivedi Institute of Engineering and Technology, Rajkot. So, we have already started our chapter number 2, that is the solution of first and second order network. So, today we are going to start with the topic name is initial condition. So, let first of all define the initial condition. What is the initial condition of any network? So, we can say that in case of electric network, while solving the differential equation, arbitrary constants are obtained. Clear? So, whenever we are going to apply Kirchhoff voltage law in the network which contain the inductor and capacitor, so when we write the Kirchhoff voltage law equation, we have come up with differential equation. Clear? And in that particular solution of differential equation, when we integrate the equation, we have come up with arbitrary constant. Clear? So, in that solution, to obtain the particular solution of that differential equation, the value of arbitrary constant are required, and to obtain that arbitrary constant, we have to use the initial condition. Clear? So, the initial condition are used to determine this arbitrary constant. So, this is the basic needs or requirement of initial condition. To obtain the particular solution, we need to solve the initial condition of any network. So, what does the meaning of initial condition in network? So, consider the network which you have see in your screen. Voltage source is connected with resistor and inductor. Clear? Voltage source is connected across resistor and inductor through a single switch, So, we can say that when this switch is being closed, the voltage is applied across resistor and inductor. Now, as you can see over here that switch is closed at t equal to 0. So, t is equal to 0 is known as reference time. T is equal to 0 is called reference time. So, in any electrical network, we have assumed that switch is closed at t equal to 0. Clear? Now, from onwards, whenever you have see the equation t equal to 0, it only means that it is assumed that switch is closed at time t equal to 0. We have also assumed that the closing of switch is take place instantaneously. Clear? We have also assumed that this switching is instantaneously. It means that within zero time switch is closed. Instantaneously means within a zero time switch is closed. T is equal to 0 means at that moment switch is closed. We have not taken any time period for closing the switch. Instantly it will close. So, at time t is equal to 0, the condition of network is changed due to switching. Clear? So, over here you can see that this is the close, t is equal to 0, switch is closed. So, before closing the network condition is somewhat different than after closing the switch. Clear? So, t is equal to 0, the condition of network gets changed due to switching action. So, the network condition at the instant is called initial condition. Clear? Network condition under this situation, t is equal to 0, the condition of network is called initial condition. Clear? So, this is known as the initial condition. Now, consider the notation related to initial condition. So, t is equal to 0. Whenever you see the notation t is equal to 0, so you have to meaning that switching position is change. Switch position is change. T0 minus is called just before changing the switch. That means past data, past time before changing the switch is, that means before the switching is closed. T is equal to 0 minus, it stands for before the changing the switch. T is equal to 0 plus or T0 plus is called after changing the switch. 0 plus means after switching, that means after changing the switch. And T greater than 0, that means all instant after switching, all instant. 0 plus is just after the instant, greater than 0 means all instant after switching. So, these are the notation that we will use in our initial condition topic. Now, let us define the initial condition in very basic elements, that means R, L and C. Clear? First of all, let us define the initial condition across the basic elements called R, L, C. So, let consider starts with the first element, that is the resistor. Starts with the first element, that is the resistor. So, voltage V apply to resistor R through the switch. Voltage V is applied across resistor by means of switch. So, switch closed at t is equal to 0, that you can see over here that switch is closed at t equal to 0. So, at t equal to 0, this voltage V is connected to resistor R through this closed switch. So, we can write the Ohm's law for this particular network, and V is equal to IR. V is equal to IR. So, this equation is linear, this is the linear equation, and it does not contain any term related to time t. So, this is the time independent equation. Clear? Linear equation and time independent equation does not contain any term related to t. So, it is known as time independent equation. So, initial condition in resistor are not present. That means initial condition for resistor is 0, because initial condition is totally related with time. Over here you can see that initial condition is the condition depends on time. So, you can apply the initial condition if equation contain the time t, but over here you can see that voltage is equal to I into R. There is no any term related to time t. So, we can say that initial condition are absent or not present in resistor. So, initial condition across resistor are 0. So, this is the first element, resistor. Now, consider the second element, that is the inductor. So, let us study the initial condition in element inductor. So, consider voltage V which is connected across inductor through switch. So, you have already learned the equation of voltage across inductor in your BEE subject. Clear? So, in your BEE subject you have learned the voltage across inductor is given by this differential equation VL is equal to L DIL by dt. So, L is the value of inductance and DIL by dt, that is the rate of change of inductor current with respect to time. So, if I want to find out the current through the inductor, that can be given by IL is equal to integration of VL by L dt. So, to derive the equation of current, we can write from this equation that dIL by dt is equal to VL by L and dIL is equal to VL by L into dt. I will shift dt over here, and after integration of these two equation, I can write IL is equal to integration VL by L into dt. So, this is the equation of current through inductor. IL is equal to 1 upon L integration VL dt. So, now consider that switch close at t equal to 0. Clear? Switch close at t equal to 0. So, T0 minus indicates the just before the switching instant. T0 minus stands for time before switching, and T is equal to 0 plus. T is equal to 0 plus is called time just after the switching. Clear? So, switching take place at t equal to 0. So, let us say operate up to time period t. So, after switch is closed, the switching instant or switching time after t equal to 0, we can say that network is operate for time period t. So, switch is in closed position for the time duration which is equal to t. Clear? After switching, I can say that after switching t equal to 0, let us say that the entire time period of operation is t. So, the past history before switching, past history means before switching, we can say that that time period is from minus infinity to 0 plus, which is known as past history. That means t is equal to 0 minus is before switching. Clear? So, before switching, the time period starts from minus infinity and end up to 0 minus. Clear? So, the entire value of inductor current, that interval is starts from minus infinity and end up at time period t. Clear? Starts from minus infinity and end up for t. So, I can write that IL is equal to minus infinity to t VL by L dt. So, let take 1 by L constants outside of integration. So, finally, IL is equal to 1 by L minus infinity to t VL dt. So, this is the limit of integration minus infinity to t. Now, if I want to obtain past history, that means initial condition. So, I want to obtain the past history. So, I will split the interval from infinity to t into two parts. First part will cover only past history, that means minus infinity to 0 minus, and the next part will cover the after switching time, that means 0 minus to t. Clear? 0 minus to t. So, I can write IL is equal to 1 by L minus infinity to 0 minus VL dt plus 1 by L 0 minus to t VL dt. So, this interval from minus infinity to 0 minus is called current in past history. Current in past history. That means our initial condition, past history, and this current is known as the current which is flow through inductor after switching. Flow from the inductor after switching. So, so this is known as the initial condition. Clear? Current passing through inductor before switching, and this is known as the current after switching. So, now let take t is equal to 0 plus. Let us take t is equal to 0 plus. So I can write IL0 plus is equal to IL0 minus. Now in limit I will put t is equal to 0 plus. So plus 1 up by L integration 0 minus to 0 plus VL dt. So since we have already told that switching instant is instantaneous, switching instant is instantaneous. So integration from 0 minus to 0 plus becomes 0. As switching is instantaneous, the integration from 0 minus to 0 plus become 0. So we can say that 1 by L integration 0 minus to 0 plus VL dt is equal to 0, because switching is instantaneous. So in this equation this part is equal to 0. So we can write IL0 plus is equal to IL0 minus, IL0 plus is equal to IL0 minus. So we can say that current through inductor will also not change instantaneously, current through inductor will not change the instantaneously. So finally I can write voltage across inductor, VL is equal to L DIL by dt, and let take t is equal to 0. That means dt change in time is also is equal to 0. So if I will put dt is equal to 0, so VL becomes infinitive, So we can say that at time of switching inductor act as an open circuit. Clear? We have got VL is equal to infinitive. That simply means that at the time of switching inductor act as an open circuit. Now, so this is our initial condition. Clear? This is our initial condition. If current through inductor is 0, and at that time voltage across inductor is infinitive and inductor act as an open circuit. Now consider that current I0 is flowing through inductor at t is equal to 0 minus. That means before switching, t is equal to 0 minus means before switching, let's suppose inductor is having a current which is the value of I0. So since current through inductor cannot change instantaneously, that we have already considered. So at t is equal to 0 plus, inductor is having a value of current which is equal to I0, as before switching inductor is having a some value of current I0. So we can say that current through inductor is not change instantaneously. So after switching that inductor is also having a some value of current which is the having a value of past current. So before switching current I0, so after switching also I0 flow through inductor. So thus we can say that at the time of switching inductor can be considered as a current source. Inductor will be considered as current source of I0 ampere, Clear? Because conductor is having a past history which is non-zero current, it's having a value of I0. So after switching also I0 ampere. So we can say that if inductor is having a current, so it will act as a current source of I0 ampere. So VL is equal to L DIL by dt. So after switching that means t is equal to infinitive, that means dt is also equal to infinitive. So if I will put infinitive over here, then VL becomes 0. So after switching inductor act as a short circuit. Element. So this is the initial condition across inductor. in short we can say that if inductor is not having any current before switching, then inductor will act as an open circuit, clear, and if inductor is having a current of I0 ampere, then it will act as a source of current source, and after switching it will act as an short circuit. Now consider the third and last element of capacitor. So in your BEE subject you learn this equation, IC is equal to C dVc by dt, clear. So we can say that voltage is connected across capacitor through switch. Voltage is connected across capacitor through switch, and current passing through this capacitor is given by IC is equal to C dVc by dt. So I can write dVc by dt is equal to 1 upon C into IC, and dVc is equal to 1 upon C into IC into dt. Now taking the integration both side, so integration of dVc is equal to 1 by C constant outside of integration, and integration IC dt. So finally we will get voltage across capacitor is equal to 1 upon C integration IC dt. So let consider the switch will close at t equal to 0, and as usual T0 minus known as before switching, T0 plus known as after switching. So let us say that switching take place at t equal to 0 and operate for time interval of t. So t is equal to minus infinite to t is equal to 0 minus, also known as past history. So integration of Vc is having a interval from minus infinity to t. So Vc is equal to minus infinity to t IC by C into dt. Take 1 by C outside of integration. So Vc is equal to minus infinity to t IC dt. So to obtain the past history, again we have to divide the interval which is from minus infinity to t. We will divide from minus infinity to 0 minus before switching interval, and from 0 minus to t. So 0 minus is the border of splitting the interval, clear. So Vc is equal to 1 by C minus infinity to 0 minus IC dt plus 1 by C 0 minus to t IC dt. So this 1 by C integration minus infinity to 0 minus IC dt is known as initial voltage across capacitor, or we can say that this is our initial condition or initial voltage across capacitor. And this 1 by C integration 0 minus to t IC dt is known as actual voltage after switching. It is known as actual voltage after switching, and this is known as initial voltage, clear. Vc 0 minus. Now take t is equal to 0 plus, so we have to put t is equal to 0 plus over here, switching instant just after this switching, clear. So this Vc become Vc 0 plus is equal to Vc 0 minus plus 1 by C integration 0 minus to 0 plus IC dt. So since switching is instantaneous, clear, we already know that switching is instantaneous, but inductor and capacitor cannot change their state instantaneously. Switching is instantaneous, but inductor and capacitor is having a nature that it cannot change their states instantaneously. So we can say that integration from 0 minus to 0 plus becomes 0, as they cannot change their state instantaneously, so their integration becomes 0. So we will get Vc 0 plus is equal to Vc 0 minus. So we can say that voltage across capacitor cannot change instantaneously, and that's why Vc0 plus is equal to Vc0 minus. So from that we can find the current through capacitor. IC is equal to C dVc by dt. Now put t is equal to 0, as t is equal to 0, so dt is also equal to 0. So if we will put dt is equal to 0, this IC becomes infinitive. This IC becomes infinitive. So it simply means that at the time of switching, if initial conditions are equal to 0, then capacitor act as a short circuit. Capacitor will act as a short circuit. So we can say that capacitor is uncharged. So when you connect the uncharged capacitor through switch across voltage source, then current starts flowing through instantaneously. So it will behave as a short circuit. Now let's say that if capacitor is fully charged, now suppose capacitor is fully charged connected across voltage source at t equal to infinitive, then we can say that since voltage across capacitor cannot change instantaneously, at t equal to 0 plus, that same voltage appear as before. Clear? If we connect the fully charged capacitor, clear? So before switching, that capacitor is already charged. So after switching, that entire voltage will appear after switching across the capacitor. So we can say that at the time of switching, capacitor can be considered as a source of V volt. Source of V volt. So we can write IC is equal to C dVc by dt. So t equal to infinitive means dt equal to infinitive. So if I will put infinitive over here, so IC becomes 0. IC is equal to 0, and we can say that after switching, capacitor act as an open circuit. Capacitor will act as a open circuit because this entire voltage appears across capacitor. So it will act as an open circuit. So t is equal to infinity means at steady state it will appear as an open circuit. So let define some of the equivalent circuit for t is equal to 0 instant, that means after switching. So suppose element is resistor, so this is the symbol of resistor and this is the equivalent circuit. So resistor is having a zero initial condition, so the same resistor will be appeared, clear, as a equivalent network. Now suppose second, consider the inductor without initial current. So at t is equal to 0 plus, if inductor is doesn't having initial current, then it will work as open circuit for t is equal to 0 plus. That means before switching, if inductor is doesn't having any current, then it will act as an open circuit. Now consider the second case, if inductor is having a initial current I0, that means before switching, if inductor is having a some I0 ampere current, then after switching it will work as a current source. After switching it will work as a current source of I0 ampere. Clear? That means before switching it is having a some current I0 ampere, then after switching it will work as a current source. Now consider the capacitor without initial voltage. Capacitor without initial voltage. So this is the capacitor. So if capacitor doesn't having any initial voltage, then it will work as a short circuit. because it doesn't have any charge. Clear? So it will initially it will work as a short circuit. But if capacitor is having a initial voltage V0, if capacitor is having a initial voltage V0, then it will work as a source of voltage. It will work as a source of voltage and it will become open circuit. Clear? If initial voltage is V0, then it will work as a voltage source and behaves like an open circuit element. So this is the equivalent network just after switching t is equal to 0 plus. Now consider the equivalent network at t is equal to infinitive. So resistor is having a 0 initial condition, so it doesn't work with respect to time. So it is resistor before and after. Inductor without initial current. So it will inductor and without initial current, but if it will work as an normal inductor as long as t is equal to infinitive, then it will behave as short circuit. Clear? It will behave as a short circuit. Now consider the inductor with initial current I0, clear? So as long as t is equal to infinitive, if inductor is in network, then it will work as current source. It will work as current source with parallelly short circuited. Clear? Now consider the capacitor with initial charge, without initial charge. Clear? So normally it's a capacitor, and if it will in a network for a long duration without initial charge, then capacitor will get charge through circuit. Clear? If it doesn't carry any initial charge and you will connect uncharged capacitor in a network, then what will happen for t is equal to infinitive? It will take charge from voltage source and charge itself, and after charging it will become open circuit. Clear? It will become open circuit. Clear? So for a long time, if uncharged capacitor is in a network, then for a long time it will charge itself and become open circuit. Now consider the capacitor with initial voltage V0. So it will work as a voltage source, and after getting fully charged, it will become open circuit. So this is the equivalent network for t is equal to infinitive. So thank you very much. This is all for initial condition in basic element RLC. So if you like my video, then please like it and share with your friend, and if you have not subscribed my YouTube channel, then please subscribe my YouTube channel and see the entire videos of electrical circuit analysis. Thank you very much.